Joining us, I believe, after hulking out at the gym, we have newly signed forward Luca Caputi joining the show. Luca, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent. Here with co-host Justin Fisher, and you know him. He bugged you a lot. Locker room interviews. We have Clayton Hansler with us. Clay, say hi to your buddy.
Hey, Pooty. How's it going, dude?
Good, man. You?
How's the off-season been?
It's been pretty good. You know,
Whoa.
Uh-oh. Luca Caputi. Uh-oh. Did we lose him? Yep. We lost Luca. That's okay. He'll call back into the show.
I hope he's not still talking, like, to dead air.
He'll know. There you go.
There you go.
That's okay. Luca.
sorry, I lost you there.
That's okay. Who's your service provider? We'll trash him on the show.
What's that?
Never mind. So, anyway, how's your off-season been going?
It's been good. You know, the contract's over and done with, so it's one thing that I can put behind me and just really focus on hockey and getting healthy. It was a struggle of a year for me mentally, but I'm happy that I'm still in the organization, and I'm looking forward to being healthy and having a good year next year.
You had to know, though, Luca, that you're coming back. We all guessed it, because here you are, like 7:30 in the morning on breakfast television. You're doing all these, you're making sure you're part of the team and the community long before the contract was announced. So you had to know you were coming back.
Yeah, I kind of had an idea. You know, they've been really good with me. They've sent me to the best doctors to get all these issues taken care of, and you know, they've pretty much been in my ear telling me that, you know, just don't worry about it, get healthy, and you know, next year's a new year, and we'll, you know, try and revive your career. So yeah, the extracurricular stuff is just charity. I enjoy getting out in the community and helping these kids and doing what I can. So yeah, it's been pretty positive ever since the end of the season, and I can't wait to play.
Well, and it's good to hear that you're making a recovery, because those are some scary words you're using there. Revive your career. You're a young guy. How worried did you get over the course of the season?
Yeah, well, I've never really had injury issues, to be honest with you, since I turned pro. I've played every game for the first 2 years of my pro career, and then all of a sudden it snowballs kind of thing, the groin and then the hip. So, yeah, I think for sure, you know, like, this is a business, and once you don't play, people, you know, may go ahead of you, or they put people's names ahead of you because they played and they, you know, contributed last year. So I have to get back to where I was last summer, you know, in their plans, and hopefully I can just, you know, make them make a tough decision at camp. That's pretty much my goal.
You know, one thing a lot of people missed, because as you very well know, there's not this huge fanfare at all the Marlies practices, but going through February and early March, how hard you worked to play those couple games towards the end of March. And I remember talking to you, and you're in a lot of pain fighting through. And that is what endeared me to your work ethic so much.
Yeah, I think, you know, there's one thing that you can't teach, and it's work ethic. It comes naturally. I think I was always taught that, you know, never leave anything on the ice or at the rink. You know, just go in every day and give it your all, and then you'll never have any regrets. That's why, as much as tough as it was mentally, I always just had that in the back of my mind. And now I just got cleared on Wednesday to, you know, resume normal activity. So it was a big day for me and a big step forward. And I just, you know, I have to get myself into the best shape of my life now and just be ready for camp.
And since that's big news, congratulations on behalf of all of us, because we've met you and seen you quite a few times, and to hear that you're cleared is such huge news for you. Yeah,
for sure. Like I said, it was positive news. One of the more positive days in the last little while here for me. So, you know, I'm just excited. I'm excited for camp. It's, you know, it's still early, but I'm just chomping at the bit, getting ready for it.
And I like that you mentioned all the work ethic and working through the injury, because as you were describing that, I was thinking of someone else on your team that had a similar experience, and that was Ryan Hamilton. Was that just something in the locker room? Like you guys were just a really hard-working bunch? Is it maybe something Dallas Eakins pounded in?
Spent a lot of time with Hammy. He had a little bit of an issue there midway through the year, but he came back strong. And yeah, it's easy to go to the rink and, you know, with guys like him, character guys, and Jeff Finger, and you just push each other. And, you know, at the end of the day, if you give it your all and you did everything you can, there's not really much else you can do. It's not out of your hands at that point. So I think it was a good little group we had in there. Obviously, you want to stay healthy, you want to contribute, you want to be part of the team. But if you're not, then you have to do the things that you got to do away from the rink, and that's, you know, work hard, be positive, and show your face.
And like you, all of us, the three of us here, grew up in and around the city. So we can imagine how amazing it must feel wearing the blue and white and coming out onto the ice. But tell us some of the stuff maybe we don't know. How great it is being part of the organization away from the rink. You have become good friends with quite a few of the players, even a couple of the prospects. And we saw this right off the bat when you guys went out paintballing and had a riot together.
Yeah, I know. I think that's one of the most important things is, building friendships and relationships with the guys on your team and within the organization. It just makes everything every day easier. Every time you come to the rink, it's easy to, be upbeat because, you're around people that you like. And, it's tough business because you're competing with them at the same time for jobs, but you have to realize that, it's about the team and it's about winning. Everyone wants winners. So, it's easy for a guy like me, a hometown kid, and some of the other prospects because, this is what we're accustomed to. We don't really have to change our lifestyles that much. But for other guys who probably Greg Scott's from Victoria, BC, it's a little bit different for him. So, as long as you can be you have friendships and relationships away from the rink, it makes it easier on guys like that.
Well, and growing up around the area, you obviously know how huge the Leafs are in the community. And, last year was such a hard year for you. Didn't play that many games. But I'm sure you signed some autographs at the Jays game yesterday, right?
Yeah, a couple here and there.
See?
Yeah, it was. It's a hockey crazy city. You get recognized here and there. I'm sure if Dion or Phil went on the street, it'd be a little worse for them. But that's one of the most humbling experiences. You're in your hometown, and you got a little kid come up to you and ask you for your autograph. There's not much better in life than that.
Well, I don't know about Dion and Phil though. You do have more Twitter followers than they do.
There you go.
Yeah, the Twitter thing. It just kind of, I don't know. I just started and kind of ran with it, and it's kind of gotten a little bit bigger than I expected here. So just kind of try and run with it here.
L Pooty 17 for the 6 or 7 people on Twitter that aren't following him. But look, I wanted to ask you this all playoffs long, and I just got to know your answer. How good of a goalie is Frank Dangle?
He's good. He's pretty good. He's all right. He's 50 years old. He can stop the puck still. I don't know. He's in pretty good shape for a 50-year-old. I think.
Would you sign him?
Probably not.
Not even to a PTO.
Maybe a one-day contract.
Well, that's brutal. So we were kind of talking about the fans and how it's a hockey crazy city. What's the craziest fan you've ever seen?
Craziest fan. I don't know. Towards the end of the year, they had those green, they have the green men in Vancouver. They had those blue guys in the stands in Toronto. I thought that was pretty crazy.
That's right. I think Boyce was behind that.
Yeah, Daryl Boyce got that going on his Twitter. So, yeah, I think that might be the craziest thing I've seen in Toronto. It's not. I wouldn't. Yeah, that's probably the craziest.
Yeah,
at least the craziest.
I could talk about that. No.
Yeah, it's the craziest thing we can talk about on radio in the morning.
I'll leave that in the back of my head.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So, what are your expectations going into the season? Because I was looking at the Leafs roster, and I'm like, maybe a guy like Luca could make this team.
Yeah, obviously every camp you go to, you want to make a decision. I had a really good camp last year, so I'm just going to try and build on everything I did last summer and everything I did in camp last year, and just take the information that, when you sign, they tell you what you need to improve on and what you need to get better at. So everything they told me, it's in the back of my head, and I just, work every day on little things that can help me out in those areas. And coming into camp, it's gonna be a battle. Obviously, there's spots up for grabs, and whoever wants it the most and whoever's gonna go take it's gonna get it. So it's the mentality I'm gonna go in there with.
And coming right behind Luca Caputi, you are definitely dangerous for taking one of those spots, but you had the opportunity to see both the Leafs roster and the Marlies roster. Who would you tell the fans who are listening today is also someone that they better be watching out for?
I think Joel Colburn. He's a big kid. He can play. That kid, big little centerman, reminds me a little bit of Joel Thornton. Actually, he's very he's big. He sees the ice well. He gets around pretty well. Played with him a couple games. Those 2 games I came back, so he's easy to play with. And I like the Gardner kid on D. He's fast. He's got a lot of upside. He's one of the best skaters I've ever seen. So
wow.
Yeah, I would say those 2 for sure have a a little advantage going into camp.
I think you have a future career after all the playing's done in analysis. I like that Gardner kid.
Yeah.
The up-and-coming Don Cherry, we'll call him Luca Caputi.
We'll see.
Pretty much the
Worry
same
about
age.
playing first.
Yeah. One last thing. I'll let you get back to hulking out. Have you heard the Luca Caputi rap?
Yeah. That was after my first game in Pittsburgh. This guy named Mike Logan, he used to play for the Steelers, a big Steelers fan, and they had a radio station there, and I guess he just made it, and it kind of blew up. It has a lot of hits on YouTube, no?
It does, and it's I want to make it my ringtone.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I got Luca Caputi's blessing.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Anyway, I'm probably going to listen to that 4 or 5 times. You can listen to it at the gym. Luca, thank you for joining the Steve Dangle Show, man, and good luck.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Hey, have a great day.
You too.
You too.
Enjoy your summer.
Congratulations on the new contract.
Thank you.